Quran, Hadith and Islam Part 4. The deification of Muhammad. The myth of intercession. Despite the Quran's repeated assertions that Muhammad possesses no power to benefit anyone or harm anyone, see previous episodes, Satan succeeded in duping many people through the concept of intercession. Satan convinced his victims that Muhammad will actually take them out of hell and admit them into heaven. Many so-called Muslims extend the concept of intercession to include numerous saints and or imams. They idolize beside God those who possess no power to harm them or benefit them, and say, "These are our intercessors at God." Say, "Are you informing God of something He does not know in the heavens or the earth? Glory be to Him. He is much too high to have any partners." 10:18. The deification of Muhammad. The myth of Muhammad the intercessor. The concept of intercession implies that God has some partners who intercede with Him on behalf of people. Therefore, intercession is idol worship, and those who believe that Muhammad will intercede on behalf of anyone are idolizing the Prophet against his will. Intercession by Muhammad is prevalent in the satanic innovations known as Hadith and or Sunnah. The Quran clearly identifies intercession as idol worship, and declares a great criterion, that those who believe in intercession cannot stand to talk about God alone. They have to mention their idols alone. Say, "To God belongs all intercession. To Him belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, then to Him you will be returned." When God alone is advocated, the hearts of those who do not believe in the hereafter shrink with aversion. But when idols are mentioned along with them, they become satisfied. 39:45. Muhammad will not call you to account. Your only mission, O Muhammad, is to deliver Quran, while it is we who will call them to account. 13:40. Muhammad cannot benefit you or harm you. Say, "O Muhammad, I possess no power to harm myself or benefit myself." 10:49. Say, "O Muhammad, I possess no power to harm you or benefit you through guiding you." 72:21. Thus, the Prophet will not put you in paradise, nor can he take you out of hell, nor will he call you to account before him, nor can he benefit you, nor can he harm you. His sole mission was delivering Quran, and nothing but Quran. To love him and honor him is to follow Quran alone, and reject the fabrications attributed to him. Functions of every messenger. You shall not worship except God. Neither Jesus nor Muhammad want to be idolized. Their sole function was to preach the worship of God alone. Every messenger we sent before you was instructed to preach that there is no God except me. You shall worship me alone. Then they said, "God most gracious has begotten a son. Glory be to Him." All the messengers are no more than honored servants. They do not speak on their own. They simply follow His commands. He knows their past and their future, and they possess no power to intercede except on behalf of those already approved by God. The messengers themselves are worried about their own fate. And, if any of them claims to be a god beside God, we will punish him in hell. We thus punish the wicked. 21:25-29. Sole function of the Prophet deliver Quran. Repeatedly, the Quran employs the double negative to emphasize that Muhammad had no function except delivering Quran. You have no duty except delivering Quran. 42:48. Your only duty is delivering Quran, while we will call them to account. 13:40. The messenger has no function except delivering Quran, and God knows whatever you declare, as well as whatever you conceal. Say, "The good and the bad are not the same, despite the abundance of the bad. Therefore, you shall observe God, O you who possess intelligence, that you may succeed." 599-100. Unfortunately, those who refuse to believe that Quran is the only source of religious guidance are much more abundant than those who believe. See also 1635, 82, 2454, 2918, 3617, and 6412. Muhammad does not explain, interpret, or anticipate Quran, just deliver and follow. Hadith and Sunnah advocates claim that Hadith and Sunnah are needed to explain Quran. However, Quran teaches that God is the teacher of Quran, that God will put Quran into the hearts of believers regardless of their mother tongue, and that Muhammad will not explain Quran. Documents are shown below. God is the teacher of Quran. 55 1-2. Whether it came down in non-Arabic or Arabic, say, for those who believe, it is a guidance and healing. As for the disbelievers, they will be deaf and blind to it. 41-44. Do not move your tongue, O Muhammad, in anticipation of Quran. It is we who put it together as a Quran. Once we recite it, you shall follow it. Then, it is we who explain it. 75-16-19. The followers of Hadith and Sunnah do not follow their own teachings. The most authoritative books of Hadith, namely, Muslim and Ibn Hanbal, report that the Prophet ordered that no one shall take anything from him except Quran. Shown here is the Arabic text of this Hadith. Abi Sa'id al-Khudri, may God be pleased with him, reported that the Messenger of God, may God exalt him and grant him peace, had said, do not write anything from me except Quran. Anyone who wrote anything other than Quran shall erase it. Thus, according to their own teachings, they disobey the Prophet. Incredible fact, they do not follow their own teachings. According to the most authoritative sources of Hadith, the Prophet never changed his mind about writing from him only Quran. Zayd ibn Thabit, the Prophet's closest revelation writer, visited the Caliph Muawiyah more than 30 years after the Prophet's death, and told him a story about the Prophet. Muawiyah liked the story and ordered someone to write it down. But Zayd said, the Messenger of God ordered us never to write anything of his Hadith. Reported by Ibn Hanbal, they disobey their own fabricated idol. Quran. Do they have a book where they find anything they wish? When you confront the followers of Hadith and Sunnah with the Hadith shown previously, they admit the existence of such Hadith. They explain their failure to follow their own teachings by the fact that there exist equally authentic Hadiths where the Prophet ordered the writing of his Hadiths. The Quran describes such people as criminals, and asks, do they have a book where they can find anything they wish? Shall we treat the Muslims like the criminals? What is wrong with your judgment? Do you have a book where you can find anything you wish? Both Hadith and Sunnah fit this Quranic description as a book where you can find anything you wish. The conjectural and contradictory nature of Hadith and Sunnah are unanimously recognized. Their favorite question: if Quran is complete and fully detailed, as God says, where can we find the details of Salat prayers? This famous question reveals their total ignorance of Quran and a subconscious effort to prove that God is wrong in his repeated assertions that Quran is complete and fully detailed. For the Quran teaches in no uncertain terms that Abraham is the founder of Islam as it is practiced today. As such, what did Abraham contribute to our daily life as Muslims? The Quran teaches that all religious practices in Islam, Salat, Zakat, fasting and Hajj, came to us from Abraham, generation after generation. Thus, Islam in its final form, as is practiced today, is based on two things: 1. Quran contributed through Muhammad, and 2. Religious practices through Abraham. All religious practices in Islam existed before Muhammad. Muhammad's sole function was to deliver Quran. Abraham, the founder of Islam. Abraham was the first recipient of the concept of Islam, and the first user of the word Muslim. See 131. You shall strive in the cause of God as you should. He has blessed you, and imposed no hardship in your religion, the religion of your father Abraham. Abraham is the one who named you Muslims in the beginning. Thus, the messenger serves as a witness among you, just as you serve as witnesses among the people. Therefore, you shall observe the Salat prayers, give the Zakat charity, and hold fast to God. He is you Lord, the best Lord, and the best supporter. 2278. Thus, if Abraham is the founder of Islam, did he contribute anything to our Islamic life? The answer is yes. He contributed the religious practices, Salat, Zakat, fasting, and Hajj.
لكم دينكم ولي دين.